Have you ever walked into a room and felt the attention shift before you spoke? Have strangers ever opened up to you without knowing why? This is not luck. It is not appearance. It is not a coincidence. It is presence. What you are sensing is a strong aura, not mystical, but disciplined. An aura is the expression of inner control, emotional steadiness, self-mastery. It speaks before your mouth does. It shapes the room without movement. Stoic philosophy teaches that power begins with governance of the self. Epictetus said, "No man is free who cannot govern himself." When you control emotion, impulse, and reaction, you generate a presence that others feel before they understand. In this video, you will learn 6 signs your presence is powerful and strong, and how Stoic discipline forges it. Let us begin. People notice you before you speak. Some people walk into a room and the room does not change. Noise stays loud. Energy stays scattered. No one looks up. Others walk in and something shifts. Not dramatically, not obviously, but subtly. A pause in conversation, a lift of the eyes, a quiet awareness that someone different has arrived. Not because of looks, not because of clothing, not because of status, because of presence. A strong aura is not decoration, it is atmosphere. It is the emotional climate you bring with you. When your inner world is calm, your outer world feels it. You do not announce yourself. You do not perform. You do not demand attention. Yet attention arrives. Children notice first. Animals respond first. They are not impressed by language. They are not persuaded by reputation. They feel stability directly. They move toward what feels safe. They relax near what feels steady. This is why people with strong auras are often approached without effort. Strangers talk to them as if they already know them. Confessions come without invitation. Trust forms without explanation. It feels accidental, but it is not. Human beings are wired to seek emotional order. When someone enters a space with slow breath, unrushed movement, and quiet control, the nervous systems around them register relief. Predictability creates safety. Safety creates attraction. Modern science supports this. The heart produces an electromagnetic field that extends beyond the body and changes with emotional state. An anxious heart broadcasts chaos. A disciplined heart broadcasts coherence. People may not understand this consciously, but their bodies do. This is why your stillness can speak louder than words. This is why you do not need to be loud to be felt. Stoic philosophy understood this long before science named it. Epictetus said, "No one is free who cannot govern himself." When you govern emotion, you govern behavior. When you govern behavior, you govern energy. And energy is what enters the room before your voice does. A person with a strong aura does not rush to fill silence, does not twitch with insecurity, does not leak urgency. They move deliberately. They sit fully. They look without fear. They listen without hunger. Their posture says, "I am not reactive. I am not desperate. I am not unstable." And others feel it. You may notice it in small ways. A stranger chooses your seat row. A waiter remembers you. A group pauses before deciding. A child stares. A dog settles near you. These are not coincidences. They are nervous systems recognizing emotional leadership. Your calm becomes the reference point. And when pressure exists, others unconsciously orient toward it. This is attraction without chasing, influence without force. You do not pull attention, you create gravity. To strengthen this sign, you do not improve appearance. You improve regulation. You slow your breathing. You soften your face. You reduce emotional noise. You remove unnecessary movement. Before entering a room, you do not prepare lines. You prepare state. You arrive grounded, not eager, not guarded, present, and the space responds. A strong aura is not loud. It is ordered, and order is what chaos instinctively follows. You feel what others miss. A strong aura does not only change how people see you, it changes how you see the world. You do not move through rooms blindly. You read them. You sense tension before arguments start. You feel discomfort before words appear. You notice shifts others ignore. Where most people see faces, you feel atmosphere. This is not imagination. It is perception sharpened by control. When your inner world is noisy, everything feels distorted. When your inner world is steady, signals become clear. Intuition is not magic. It is pattern recognition filtered through calm. A raised shoulder, a delayed response, a forced smile, a breath held too long. Your nervous system collects what others dismiss, and it turns those fragments into knowing. This is why you sometimes enter a room and feel unease before anything happens. This is why you sometimes trust someone without proof. And this is why you sometimes leave early without explanation. Your body knows first. Stoicism teaches that perception must be trained, not trusted blindly. Epictetus said, "No one is free who cannot govern himself." When emotion governs you, intuition becomes panic. When reason governs you, intuition becomes guidance. People with strong auras do not drown in feeling. They observe it. They ask, "Is this mine or is this borrowed?" They do not absorb every mood. They discriminate. This makes them different. They do not walk into chaos and become chaotic. They remain intact inside disturbance. Because of this, others often feel understood without being questioned. You may notice people open up to you without planning to. You may notice confessions arriving without request, not because you pry, but because your stillness feels safe. Your eyes do not rush. Your face does not judge. Your silence does not threaten. So people unload their truths. Strong intuition also appears in decision-making. You sense when to wait. You sense when to leave. You sense when to act, not with fear, with alignment. You may cancel plans with no logical reason and later discover it was the right move. You may accept an offer that looks risky and later realize it changed your path. This is not superstition. It is emotional clarity detecting hidden variables. But this sensitivity has a price. Crowds exhaust you. Chaos drains you. Conflict weighs heavier because your nervous system is awake. This is why boundary training is necessary. Stoicism does not teach emotional openness. It teaches emotional command. You do not shut down. You filter. You breathe before reacting. You observe before absorbing. A simple practice. Before entering any space, pause. Ask, what energy is already here? Then ask, what energy am I bringing? This keeps intuition from becoming overload. It turns sensitivity into strength. When your aura is strong, you do not guess how a situation feels. You know. And because you know, you move with precision where others stumble. You avoid traps. You avoid noise. You avoid emotional debt. You become quietly untouchable. This is why people with strong auras often feel different from early in life. They see through tone. They feel through masks. They read through posture. And that depth makes them magnetic. Not loud, not flashy, but rare. Your presence affects the physical world. A strong aura does not only move people, it moves environments. When you enter a space, something shifts. The air feels heavier or calmer. Conversations soften or stop. Noise rearranges itself around you. This is not imagination. It is interaction. Every human body generates an electromagnetic field. Thoughts, emotions, and nervous systems change its rhythm. When your inner world is chaotic, your field is scattered. When your inner world is controlled, your field becomes coherent. Coherence creates impact. This is why some people walk into a room and nothing changes, and others walk in and the atmosphere responds. You may have noticed strange physical signs around you. Lights flicker when you are emotionally charged. Phones lose battery when you are stressed. Devices glitch when your energy is unstable. These are not mystical claims. They are biological interactions with electrical systems. A calm nervous system creates steady output. A turbulent nervous system creates interference, and others feel this even when machines do not show it. A strong aura makes people feel warmer or safer or more alert just by being near you. You may have noticed arguments slow down when you arrive. Work becomes focused when you sit down. Tension dissolves when you speak. Not because you dominate, because your nervous system is not threatened. Calm regulates chaos. This is why strong aura individuals become natural stabilizers in groups. They do not need authority. They generate order. Stoicism teaches that inner harmony creates outer influence. Marcus Aurelius wrote that disturbance does not come from events but from judgment. When judgment is quiet, presence becomes heavy. Not heavy with pressure, heavy with gravity. People lean toward it. Your body posture reflects this. You do not rush. You do not fidget. You do not leak urgency. Stillness becomes a signal. Animals respond to this first, then children, then adults, because instinct recognizes safety before logic does. This is why dogs approach you, why babies stare, why strangers relax without knowing why. Your aura does not shout, it regulates. This influence is subtle but consistent, and because it is subtle, it is trusted. People who change rooms by talking are persuasive. People who change rooms by entering are powerful, but this strength must be managed. A strong aura without control becomes draining. It attracts too much. It exhausts you. This is why stillness is not optional. Meditation is not spiritual decoration. It is an energy discipline. Breath is not relaxation. It is regulation. Solitude is not avoidance. It is recalibration. When you manage your nervous system, you manage your field. When you manage your field, you manage influence. This is why you should notice how rooms react to you. Do people quiet down, lean in, open up, mirror your posture? These are not social tricks. They are energetic feedback, and feedback is instruction. When you refine this awareness, your presence becomes intentional. You do not disturb space. You shape it, not with force, with coherence. This is the mark of a strong aura, not attention-seeking, not dramatic, but physically felt. You naturally protect your energy with boundaries. A strong aura does not leak. It knows when to open and when to close. People with powerful energy do not give themselves to everything and everyone. They sense when their strength is being drained. They feel when a space is too chaotic. They notice when a person is pulling instead of giving. And instead of forcing themselves to endure it, they step back. This is not coldness. It is intelligence. After crowded rooms, they need silence. After emotional conversations, they need distance. After heavy environments, they need stillness. Because energy must be restored or it collapses. A strong aura understands that presence has a cost. When you interact deeply, you exchange nervous systems, you absorb moods, you synchronize rhythms, you feel what others feel without asking to. So if you never retreat, you slowly lose coherence. This is why people with strong auras sometimes cancel plans, leave early, prefer solitude over noise, not because they dislike people, because they respect their power. Stoicism teaches that what is inside your control must be protected. Epictetus said, "No one is free unless they govern themselves." That includes your emotional access, your attention, your exposure. You do not need to argue to hold a boundary. You do not need to explain to withdraw. Your nervous system will tell you. A tightening in the chest, a heaviness in the head, a sudden fatigue. These are not weaknesses, they are signals. Signals that your field is being disturbed. People with strong auras listen to these signals. They choose environments that supports calm. They avoid spaces that creates chaos. They do not stay where they are disrespected. They do not linger where they are depleted. They know that influence requires fuel. This is why they recharge through silence, meditation, walking alone, breathing deeply, not as an escape, as maintenance. When they return, their aura is clean again, their presence is sharp, their influence restores. You may notice that when you protect your energy, your magnetism increases, because desperation fades, neediness dissolves, urgency disappears. People sense when you are not leaking, and what does not leak pulls. Boundaries also prevent emotional invasion. You do not absorb everyone's pain. You do not mirror everyone's chaos. You do not react to every disturbance. You remain centered while others drift, and that is strength. In groups, your presence stabilizes. In relationships, your calm regulates. In conflict, your restraint disarms. Not because you fight, because you are not threatened. A strong aura does not expand everywhere. It concentrates. It chooses where to shine, where to withdraw, where to rest. This is why your alone time is not a weakness. It is a strategy. Every time you say no to what drains you, you say yes to what strengthens you. And over time, this discipline creates a presence that lasts. Not flashy, not loud, not fragile, but steady, protected, and unmistakably powerful. You influence without trying. A strong aura does not demand attention. It reshapes the room simply by arriving. When you step into a space, something subtle shifts. Voices soften, movements slow. People become slightly more aware of themselves. Not because you asked them to, but because your presence introduces order. Most people try to influence through effort. They speak louder, they exaggerate, they compete for focus. A strong aura does the opposite. It does not push outward, it pulls inward. Your posture communicates stability. Your pacing communicates control. Your stillness communicates confidence. Before a single word is spoken, your body has already spoken for you. This is why people often mirror you. If you remain calm, their anxiety reduces. If you remain composed, their behavior adjusts. If you remain grounded, their emotions find balance. Human beings unconsciously sync to the strongest emotional signal in the room. And strength is not intensity, it is consistency. The most stable nervous system sets the tone for the entire environment. This is why your influence does not feel like pressure. It feels like relief. You do not need to interrupt. You do not need to impress. You do not need to dominate. Your presence already organizes the energy around you. This is especially visible in tense situations, Where others rush to speak, you pause. Where others escalate, you regulate. Where others panic, you remain deliberate. And that contrast commands attention without asking for it. People begin to look to you without realizing why, not because you are louder, but because you are steadier. This is the quiet authority Stoicism teaches. The person who rules himself no longer needs to rule others. Your discipline becomes visible in how little you react. Your strength becomes visible in how little you need. And because you are not chasing approval, others feel free to speak honestly around you. Because you are not trying to control outcomes, others feel safe in your presence. You are not the most exciting person in the room. You are the most anchoring, and anchoring is power. You do not raise the temperature, you regulate it. You do not brighten the room, you stabilize it. That is why people listen more carefully when you finally speak. That is why your words land heavier than louder voices. That is why others begin to measure themselves in your presence. You are not pulling people toward you. You are removing the chaos that pushes them away. This is influence without manipulation, authority without aggression, leadership without force. A strong aura does not conquer space, it orders it. And the one who brings order without effort is always followed. You are hard to disturb. A strong aura is not loud, it is stable. Where others swing between excitement and collapse, you remain centered. Not because nothing affects you, but because nothing commands you. Chaos enters the room. You do not absorb it. Drama appears. You do not feed it. Pressure rises. You do not fracture. This is the signature of inner authority. Most people broadcast their emotions. Their mood becomes their message. Their reactions become their identity. But a strong aura holds emotion without spilling it everywhere. You feel frustration, but you do not become it. You sense fear, but you do not obey it. You register insult, but you do not perform it. This is why others find you difficult to provoke. Not because you are passive, but because you are sovereign. You do not rush to defend yourself. You do not hurry to explain. You do not scramble to correct impressions. You allow time to reveal truth instead of forcing it into speech. This unsettles people who rely on reaction. They expect resistance. They expect escalation. They expect emotional exchange. But they meet silence with weight, and weight cannot be pushed easily. This is why arguments die around you, not because you suppress conflict, but because you remove fuel. Fire needs oxygen. Drama needs attention. Conflict needs participation. You offer none. And so the storm has nowhere to grow. This calm is not emptiness. It is containment. Like a mountain that does not argue with the wind, you remain where you are. Inside, your thoughts stay ordered. Your breathing stays slow. Your body stays grounded. This creates a field of psychological gravity. Others begin to slow because you are not speeding. Others begin to quiet because you are not amplifying. Your stability teaches without instruction. This is why people trust you with serious matters, why they come to you when they are unraveling, why your presence feels like shelter instead of competition. A fragile mind must control its environment. A strong mind controls itself. This is Stoic mastery. To be unshaken not because nothing happens, but because you choose not to collapse when it does. And over time, something changes. You stop needing closure. You stop needing validation. You stop needing to be understood immediately. You begin to live from inner alignment instead of external approval. and this makes your aura dense, not flashy, not theatrical, but heavy with composure. People cannot name what it is, they only feel it. They say you are calm, they say you are grounded, they say you are different. What they are sensing is that you are not leaking yourself into every moment. You are not scattered, you are not porous, you are not reactive, you are contained. And what is contained becomes powerful, because nothing drains it. A strong aura is not built by excitement. It is built by non-collapse, by staying upright when emotions try to bend you, by remaining deliberate when pressure tries to rush you, by being self-governed when others are ruled by impulse. This is not visible at first glance, but it is unmistakable in time, because the one who does not fall apart becomes the one others lean on, and the one others lean on becomes the one who leads without announcing it. That is sign 6. Not that you dominate rooms, but that you outlast disturbances. And in a world addicted to reaction, that alone makes you magnetic. Conclusion: a strong aura is not something you are born with. It is something you build. It is shaped by how you control yourself when emotions rise, by how you choose calm when others choose noise, by how you protect your energy instead of scattering it, by how you stay grounded when the world tries to pull you off balance. Natural magnetism is not a charm. It is self-mastery made visible. When you regulate your emotions, people feel safe around you. When you listen to your intuition, people sense your depth. When your presence steadies a room, people trust your influence. When your boundaries remain firm, people respect your space. This is the quiet law of attraction Stoicism teaches. Not attraction through performance, not attraction through manipulation, but attraction through inner order. You do not need to force attention. You do not need to dominate conversation. You do not need to prove your worth. Your energy speaks before you do. And the more you govern yourself, the more the world responds to you without resistance. This is the path of Nexus Mind, not mystical, not emotional, not fragile, but forged. Forged through discipline, forged through restraint, forged through awareness, forged through inner stillness. So observe yourself, refine your reactions, protect your energy, train your presence, because when your mind is mastered, your aura follows. And when your aura is strong, you move through life not as someone who seeks influence, but as someone who carries it. Forge the mind, command the self. This is Nexus Mind.